Okay. Turn the recorder on. It is February 5th, 2026, approximately 3:48 p.m. EST. This is Marshall Nakota, badge number 010, and I am joined by
Director Brian Knight, SASM, call sign 0495.
and across from us. Sorry, go ahead.
Bjorn Corleone Gambino,
State ID.
1054.
Okay. At this time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be provided to you free of charge by the state if available. Do you understand these rights as I have just read them to you?
I do.
And with these rights in mind, you wish to speak to us at this time without counsel of your own free will?
I do.
Okay.
Look, there's a lot of effort put into figuring out what to do with your situation. President of the United States. This isn't a simple matter.
Sean Davis.
Just got done having the U.S. military visit us. They ain't very happy. For obvious reasons. Bjorn, I'm going to kind of cut to the chase here. You had your reasons. You have your allegations. But we're left wondering, we need to know why you believe. We need to understand who told you that Sean Davis sold Sanguine to the Faceless. And to make it rather clear, this is the difference between you going away for a long fucking time versus something within reason.
And that's not something that I can, it's not something anyone just told me. I'll say that I feel confident you understand my position on the Faceless, and that after I left the PD, we had talks about my position, and that I was doing my own investigating. And during that time, I found that a while back, they were looking to get control of an island. And I fully believe that to be Sanguine. And I don't know if Davis specifically, or he was the specific person that sold it to them, but I believe that he helped them obtain it.
And is that a hunch? Speculation? Or do you have any facts that support that idea?
I came across paperwork a while back. The issue is that I can't provide you with this, so me saying this isn't really going to do much. I'm sure you're going to want any kind of proof over listening to what I say without the evidence to back it. So, but I came across paperwork and things that led me to that, and I felt very strongly and confident about it. I understand that that's not going to help you or me because I don't have anything to back it up. I'm just kind of giving you my point of view.
What did that paperwork say? And did it directly name Sean Davis?
It did not directly name him.
But did it point in his direction?
It pointed to high-level government officials that are helping them from the inside.
Bjorn, you made a major mistake. And I can say with confidence that you played into their hands. I knew Davis very well. And we have evidence to suggest that more likely than not, everything that you were likely led to believe was by design. Because it's entirely possible that Mr. Davis could have probably spoken about some of these matters, but at the end of it, he became a loose end. I can't speak to some of those details, but what I'm going to ask of you is, as and if you are reached out in future along these lines, that perhaps you start to think about sharing some of those thoughts with us. You have to understand that these individuals, this organization, an organization much vaster than the Faceless itself, pulls strings in a way where sometimes the obvious, there is what we are led to believe, and then there is what is truly taking place. Sean would have never in a million years sold Sanguine. Especially not to the Faceless. I'm going to give you a very straightforward thought to leave you with. You woke up today, didn't you?
I did.
Do you see any fighter jets or bombs landing on our heads?
I haven't.
Has the government been replaced?
Speaking of our government, I mean, if it was, I wouldn't know. I've been in here.
It hasn't. I believe you were led to act emotionally. He was painted to be working for them in an attempt to get rid of him. Because I'm sure he did know some things. But probably things that likely would have helped against the fight against them. If you can swear to us, at least assist us to some degree going forward, if you come across information about the Faceless, the investors, and what might truly be going on, I'd be willing to give you a deal that's significantly more reasonable, as the state authorities have given us that latitude.
What kind of deal are we talking about?
A deal that's not going to put you in for life.
Okay. What am I looking at with this deal then?
I need you to first swear to us you will work with us.
I'm not able to hear the deal before swearing allegiance.
It's a difference between your life and a little bit of cooperation. I don't think this is a very hard ask. It's just the reality of the situation. You're talking about one of the most powerful men in the world being taken out. This isn't a light matter.
I understand. And I don't have an issue doing that because, like I've said, I am very anti-faceless. I have never worked for or with them. And if what you're saying is true, then we could have made a mistake. But I will say that the reason we did this is for the reasons I've told you.
I believe you. And that's why we're even considering this sort of deal. All we ask is that you understand that you're not the only ones fighting this war. And sometimes multiple parties are likely have different pieces of a puzzle that give a much clearer picture as to what's going on. And if it hasn't been obvious already with what I've been saying, there's so much eyes put on the faceless, and people are forgetting who they work for. I don't believe Sean would have ever worked for the faceless. I've worked way too close with him. Spent about 3 years working for the Secret Service, making sure that man stayed alive through his campaigning.
When you say he was a loose end to them, though, that makes it sound like he was working with them. It went wrong and they
No.
wanted rid of him.
When I say loose end, you have to understand he's going to know things that we will never. And if you needed to move someone out of the way to replace them, you would get another party to make sure that the deed was done, so that his replacement, their puppet, can take their place.
In the future, would you be willing to show me the information you had on Davis to show that I was wrong?
I think I've already given it to you. And I'll explain again. If the president had what happened, I'm being careful with my words, because repeating it with this Google phone right here over and over, this is just, give me a second. This is disclaimer. This is role play. Sorry, I'm just thinking about a disclaimer. Do you see that? If all of this was not orchestrated, we would be obliterated, Bjorn. If all of this wasn't orchestrated, our entire government, my job, Angel, all of high command, our constitution would have been wiped.
In what way?
Replaced.
Why would they be replaced if he was with the faceless?
He never would have been. You're asking a man that's known him for years.
People aren't always who we think they are. You might have known him for years, but how much time had you spent with him recently?
Quite a bit. Look, I don't need to convince you today. I think that's something that'll convince you over time. I don't think it's really relevant. Because at the end of the day, if I am wrong, nothing changes this agreement.
Well, I have no problem bringing info to you guys if I come across anything, because I am, as I say, genuinely against them and want to do what I can. So I have no problem agreeing to that.
Bjorn, are you aware that the Faceless work for some other entity?
I've heard of a couple people in the Faceless, and I've heard of their higher up. And I don't know if the higher up I've heard of is with the Faceless group or another entity, so I'm not sure.
The Faceless are simply an arm of a much more sinister organization. One that does not have a name. One that operates strictly for the purpose of power and monetary gain. Nakota, you want to present him the plea deal?
Yes. Just gonna have you send me a general message, and then I will forward it to you. Okay.
Struggling to find where to send that.
You got me.
But
You got me. You got me. You
got
got
it?
me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I meant. Just make sure you can like access it and see everything. All right.
And this 1010 is the plea deal.
Correct. Like that will be the overall, and then we're taking into consideration the time you've already been in here. I should clarify.
I have a request I would like to make that would be very easy to do because someone else in here already has the same plea deal. I don't know if either of you worked on Carmela's case.
I did not.
So she has a plea deal because coming up shortly is Survival All Stars, and she's going to be escorted by the DOC there. And I'm wondering if I could go with the escort if I'm voted in.
That is a Brian question.
When is Survivor?
The week of the 9th, throughout that week.
So
Carmela-
Monday.
Yes, so Carmela already has it arranged. The DOC will be transporting her back and forth for it as well.
Bjorn, am I understanding this correctly that had you considered planning, never mind.
I understand the severity of this. If it can't happen, it can't happen, but I gotta ask.
Let's have a chat outside, Dakota.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn the recorder off.
Hello.
Oh, how you doing?
Doing all right?
Listen, man, if this was like, you know, we can't, because per Sean, this is like if a member of high level government, like you, me, one of the justices
Correct.
was murdered, and
I-
therefore we have to say no, right?
I think that we can communicate that to him, that it's not. We got a higher, we've had higher level input that this needs gravitas.
Yeah.
I think that'll make it a little bit more palatable, but I'll give you my mindset, right? The human side of me, 50% thinks like, oh, well, he probably really wants it. But the other 50% of me is saying it would be absolutely batshit insane for us to agree to this.
I was hoping that we'd get like a number back, but if someone died, based on the guidance we got, I don't
think it would be appropriate. I don't either.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Hey.
Small touchpoint update. We found the Humvees that they used to flee, dumped in the water. They had fake plates on them. Got the fake plates off. They come back to Misha and Dax Marshall.
Holy fucking shit. Good fucking work. Good fucking work. Now,
So
we
have some
can't
leads now.
necessarily presume they are connected. I mean, we can say we don't have the PC, but that's a fucking lead.
It's a lead. It's a lead, yeah.
This is good. Good fucking work.
Easy.
All right.
Talk soon.
You said 10:10, right?
I'm going to count the last 48 hours as time served, so it would be 8-8 at the end.
See, I would have been okay with bringing it down to 7, but to okay, even with that, it still isn't gonna. We can't.
No.
God damn it! I wish I was not expecting that response, and that's the problem, right? I'm then asking. I have to run the thing through my mind, which is,
I mean, I think like my true belief that based on the directive and the guidance that we got and what was communicated to the justice, we would not be fulfilling our oaths properly if we agreed to this. If it was anything else, I feel like there would be more wiggle room, right?
Yeah.
But like, if someone, I'll just use you as an example. If someone took you down to Chumash Pier and executed you, and then I did all this work, and then I got into an interrogation with them and they asked me to go play survival, I would add time to them. I'm not suggesting we do that, but you get what I'm saying,
yeah.
right? Like it's more, that makes it a little bit more like palatable as opposed to Davis.
I mean, he's not
so
wrong.
Like I understand, like part of me feels empathy for a separate, you know, in my non-duty way, like my non-duty mindset.
I totally understand. And you're not wrong. Okay.
Let's blow up Brian Knight and Dakota.
Even with 7-7, it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
I think 10-10 might be overboard. Oh, God damn it. Why did that have to be the guidance? I wish they had something.
Yeah, they just left it to us.
For me, the difficulty becomes him wanting to get out for the 9th, but that's so hard for us to, like, how do you explain that to anybody?
I mean, he's going off of whatever Carmelo's plea deal is, which I have no idea what it is or what she's going to be in trouble
very different circumstances. We reduce his time for every X unit of gold bars. I'm only kidding. Chat, this is a very difficult decision to make because...
You're laughing. I almost put the fine in gold and not USD.
I am very like,
but like I don't know.
I am very
like, I can't
uncertain what to do here. Because like OOC, I feel bad, but like in character though, like the problem is that I'm willing to move to 7-7.
Okay.
But no consideration. I'm willing to go down to 7-7, but having consideration for Survivor after having done this is unreasonable.
Yeah, from what the directive we received was and the totality of the situation. I agree.
But 10-10 for Skipper because he did pull it. No, but he stabbed him too, didn't he?
Well, he also literally admitted to sending the email that lured him here.
Yeah. In consideration where times and fines have generally been.
Yeah.
And given the fact, because I said 10-10 initially, unless he's willing to work with us, and he is. And with that on recording, let's go with the 7-7, but no special considerations.
Okay. Do you want that 7-7 with the 48 hours they've been in here? So then it would only be 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Listen, you're the
Yeah.
you're the director.
Have any food or drink?
I do, yeah.
All right.
Let me just get the recorder back down. All right, we're just picking the recorder back up.
We're going to continue the recording here where we left at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Given the fact that you have agreed to work with us in the future, and given the circumstances that surround this, more specifically with my belief that you were coerced under the guise of being made to believe that Sean Davis was a existential threat to the state. In other words, yes, the faceless are dangerous. Yes, they wish nothing but the worst for this society. And with all that having been said, it does not change the fact that you did execute Sean Davis. Given all those factors, I think it would have been still very reasonable to ask for a life sentence and the death penalty. But we have a final offer here, with the alternative being going to court, which I don't think is really going to be in your best interest, given that I think we're giving you a bit of a lifeline here. We're willing to do the following. Dakota?
That's crazy. Why don't you say he's
We will lower the sentence from 10 and 10 to 7 and 7 with your time still served. The fine will remain the same, but we were given certain directives from high above on how to carry out this entire ordeal.
I can be a little bit more on the nose with that.
Yeah,
We reached out to Washington.
I see.
And the response
And they don't give a
that-
fuck.
That is surprising.
And I want you to know that was one of my best friends. But I understand why, in some twisted way, that this wasn't fully your where we're going with this is you're lucky to have this deal. Sorry,
so
Dakota.
with my time served, I would when would that have me out?
What's today? Say Thursday or Friday?
You're not going to get out
Thursday.
before Survivor, and we cannot put special considerations for you on that.
I understand.
I think we personally feel like with the weight of the situation, it would be inappropriate for us to agree.
Forget
to that.
inappropriate. We went out there and we're thinking about throwing the whole deal out. It's a damn spit on the grave of this country.
All right, I got one slight other deal for you specifically, then, Brian. It can be off the books, nothing serious. I got a friend that's gonna starve with me in here. I need you to feed him.
I'm straight, Bjorn.
I'm talking about real food, Brian. I'm talking about your dumpster friend.
What you're asking here is not something that we can discuss. If there are
Let's see.
things you want to discuss, so it is. You're talking about Oscar the Grouch? Is he in prison?
Everyone seems to call him something differently, so I don't know. But I know he calls you, and I know he might starve without me giving him food.
I'll make sure he's fed.
All right.
I'm law enforcement at the end of the day. If someone's a hungry beggar, I'm going to give him what I got.
Okay. All right. So Nakota, when did you say I would be? My release date would be?
Your release date, if I'm doing the math correctly, will be Tuesday in roughly... How much time do you have right now?
I think anything over 7 years for a murder is
Around
a lot.
77 months.
Okay, so it would be Tuesday. I think that's the 10th,
and
at
like,
roughly an hour from now.
like, if one of us died, I would ask for 30 years. I don't know what the perfect number is, just transparently.
You agree to
A
that?
week seems in prison seems like really
I
the
think I'd be
extremities
crazy not
of what
to.
should be done
I still need I
at
will
this
edit
iteration of the server.
agreement
And given
I
that
sent
we
you
had to make
with
that
what we
decision, the
discussed.
guidance was someone, is
And then
killed. I
just
think
need you,
7's a
recording
good
to
amount.
save it,
Some
make it
people
feel
are going to
like
want way more. Some are going to find a little less.
for you.
I tried to think about it under
I
all
Save
scenarios.
the recording now.
Yeah, please.
What makes
I
the
agreed
most
to the
sense?
deal I've been presented
And
for.
agree or
7
disagree, it's what
years
I'm
prison,
coming at.
7 years
10
parole.
feel like too much. 7 are like, 7 seems right. Because bombs and whatever, are what it is.
All
This is the,
and then
so
I just need you to... Wait, does he need a lawyer here, Brian, to sign it?
no.
Okay. I just need you to sign it then, and I will take care of the rest.
And because in
You're aware of the
RP,
financial
that's
fine
why
as well,
I'm glad
right?
they're saying like in RP, like, hey, we're gonna help you when you can, because then we can like
Correct.
justify it in RP. It's a tough one.
Yeah, so just sign it, and I will let the judge
I
know.
don't think it would have made any
immediately,
sense if we're like, yo,
and
we're gonna
be good. I
given the
before we
parameters,
leave, I will adjust everything once everything
said like, hey, by the way,
signed by everybody.
you can go to Survivor too. Like that would, yeah. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I think if it's a little bit too much or a little
Sorry,
bit
you
too
should be able to sign it now. My bad.
low. Yeah.
Okay, sign.
All right. I will adjust your time before we leave. We do have to speak to the other two. I don't know if there's anything else the two of you would like to say before I end the recording.
I don't think so.
Brian, anything else?
No.
All right, we will be ending the recording at 4:29 p.m. EST.
Now, as soon as we can talk about.
Wait, she's just 42.
Yep.
Hey, I just want to let you know that, I'm glad everything worked out. I had a chat with ECSO High Command. I think this is like a small boo-boo in the grand scheme of things. And just a call for more comms. And so, I just want to let you know, myself,
I appreciate that. I mean, after I gave my side, Daisy did also apologize for jumping the gun with it. So
I think
it's all good. I'm never going to turn down an apology like that.
Yeah, I think it shit happens, and I'm just glad it was sorted fast, and this isn't like so many of these other kind of issues that just fester because there isn't an intention to resolve.
It was
frustrating
like
ones.
From beginning to end, it was 8 hours. So
easy
good result.
Hell yeah. All right. We're dealing with a bunch of shit right now, so hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just chilling today.
All right. Easy.
Quiet.
All right, cool. I'll link with you soon. If you get bored, we're on 18.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Catch you later.
You take care. Bye. All right. I think Madeline's coming back in a moment here.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just saying, if Carmelo doesn't work out.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there in front of the dart at the board, as some would say.
I'm not gay. Which is like, it just, look, I'm
not gay either. I have a wife.
I had apparently picked up a pathogen that had me, I don't know, I mean, I slowly remembered over time what had happened, and I think there was a part of me that wanted to just see the PD get better, and I could just feel some of the corruption brewing in the LSPD, and I think it's just I ended up doing things that led me down that path. But
wait, so you slept with me to get a captain position to improve the PD? You used me?
I
We're
never
done,
touched you, and
we're finished.
We were
I'll see you
finished a
soon.
while ago. Okay. Jesus Christ. This guy still believes I put my penis in him, or vice versa.
Who?
Frost.
You might have done that.
No, it didn't happen. I think we were both infected by a pathogen. He's, I think, just solely wearing off it. Not that pathogens can make you gay or anything like that. It's more complicated. Just to be clear.
The blood transfusions might have not helped either.
Yeah, the Babylonian ones.
You got one from Babylon. I think you got one from me too.
Yeah, I think I got quite a few of them. I think it's why I picked up the accent as well and whatnot. I don't know. It was complicated. I think look, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't say this on the recording, but I'm telling you, I can't prove it because he's dead. Davis would have never done this. I genuinely believe that whatever came your way, the Faceless tend to have made us, the Marshals, do things only to learn. Have you heard the phrase, follow the money, get the noose?
Yeah, and I understand the idea where I know that they are always ahead of people and leave certain things and try to direct people in certain ways, and it's hard for me to go into detail, but the way I came across a lot of this information, it feels near impossible that it would have been set up by them. And that's one of the reasons I felt so confident.
I wouldn't say that it was fully set up. I believe the deal happened. I believe that Senator Davis did not necessarily know the details. It's not to say that he may not have signed something or made decisions. I just don't think he would have known what was going on.
I see.
And what I'm getting at here is that I spoke to the Secret Service agents, and I think some of them too were compromised as if they had garnered orders from someone else. And the reason why I'm being cautious in even saying it was the Faceless is that, Bjorn, they work for investors. It's not the Faceless that makes the decisions.
I see.
They just act on behalf of someone else. And I don't think it's unreasonable, especially with the things I've seen, to believe that everything that has happened over the last 3 years is very quickly starting to look like it is part of a much bigger plan, with the Faceless simply being one of the actors.
I see.
I'll leave you with this. This state has owed billions of dollars to the same investors that opened up the gates to the city. We owe them. These same powers allowed an ex-terrorist to become the mayor. And sure, maybe you were close to him. Doesn't change the fact that it was what happened, his taking over control, was calculated. And let me explain what I mean by calculated. If you put an angry bull, if you tase an angry bull or you put an angry bull in a cage and you jump inside, what are you going to expect, right?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. It's control. You don't even need to always know what the intention is. And then the Constitution changes.
When you mention the mayor, you're referring to Dab?
Yeah. I don't necessarily believe that he was working for them. But I think he was... Him being able to take on that position was intentional. The outcome, not predetermined, but it was a calculated, known outcome.
It is very possible he did work for them. There were times when I was pretty close with him, but it seems a lot of people that I've been close to before have ended up working for them. So it wouldn't be that surprising if he did end up.
I don't think everyone even necessarily works with them without fully knowing that they are.
Yeah, so I mean, they could have seen Dab and realized this guy in office is going to do things that's going to benefit them, and without even him being a part of it, helped him get into power, knowing that him being there is going to benefit them.
Yeah. And I check on Nakota. All right. Something to keep in mind. Like I said, there's more moving parts than a lot of people realize. And I don't necessarily have all the answers. I just know that I don't think one person's going to figure it all out.
Probably right.
Are you waiting for a signature just on Bjorn?
No, he's got his. I'm going to email it to Sean right now.
Okay.
And so I have a question for you. We still need to put a docket posting up?
Yeah, I'd say we do all 3 signatures and then we come back for pressing the button. That's the efficient way to do it.
Wait, you mean the posting?
Yeah, because they sign it and then you put up the posting with the PC and you're going to do it on the tablet. You look at like the last plea deals that were done.
I already have it completely typed out. I already have it all typed out, ready to post.
Okay.
I just meant, do we need to seal that because of the information that is in it? There's interrogations, there's messages, there's a lot.
You do not need to put all the evidence. You could just put pending in there. So this is a conversation I had prior. Is like, because I was like, why are we doing all this paperwork when someone's taking a plea? You have everything. You would put it up and under evidence, you just say like pending, right? And then they sign it. Then you don't have to do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Fine with me.
And you can get guidance from Sean as well, just to make sure I'm not wrong. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, why would we need to put all that shit in? Ain't nobody give a fuck.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it anyway, you know.
Yeah, and anyone who does give a fuck is kind of like one of those, like, listen, dog, we're in San Andreas, like, let's try to,
pushes up my glasses, Brian.
But what if somebody wants to see all this information? This is San Andreas shit. You know what I mean?
Stop reading after the 3rd word, sir.
Yeah. Are we waiting for Skipper and them to swap them?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're doing that right now?
Apparently there's something going on outside that DOC's dealing with. That's
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, there was a point in time where, like, I don't know if it's changed now, but like the last time we started doing these is like, oh, you can just put in, I think it was with where dotting the I's and crossing the T's with data and information that quite literally no one's going to ever look at. And it might be 1 or 2 people should not slow down people getting processed when they're already like down for a plea deal. It should be painless, in my opinion. Pleas should be painless because a lot of people rather prefer to continue a storyline forward rather than everyone getting bogged down because of immaterial paperwork. I bought a little bit of BTC. 63,000 was not a little bit, not like, you know, when I say some, I mean like fractions, right? But this is like for me, a pretty good entry point with like an upside of 2x. And then I might limp in more if we end up hitting like, I may every 10,000 down buy a little bit more or put on a thing where, hey,
having a mental breakdown. Jenna just raised a point to me, and even though it isn't the case, could it happen? I'm losing it.
Okay, I'm listening.
So this whole raid that I'm going to court over was due to the fact that the parts were stolen out of my vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I then interrogated the guy. Jenna's saying that they could potentially, because it was my personal vehicle and I did the interrogation, they could push for malicious prosecution. Is that true?
Brother, I hope to God people aren't doing shit like that.
And I hope they aren't either, but like, it wasn't a thought that went through my mind because it wasn't malicious. But when Jenna worded it, like being a devil's advocate as a lawyer, like, oh, you know, Frost was emotional. It was his vehicle. It was someone who worked in the mayor's office who he was employed by, blah, blah, blah.
It's your vehicle by happenstance, and it's your vehicle by happenstance, and it's a government vehicle. It's not your vehicle.
Okay.
And if the DOJ, let's say, were to entertain that, and it's not, I'm not saying that they wouldn't, I'm just saying that if they didn't have the forethought of what that means, right? Like, they would need to show evidence that you said, fuck them, I'm going to do something that I normally wouldn't do to anyone else and do this, right?
Oh, so they'd have to prove that it was out of character for me as a cop, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Like, there's more to it than that, but that's the general gist. I gotta go though. I'm plea deals.
Okay. All right.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Turn this on. Okay, it is February 5th, 2016 at 4:47 p.m. EST. This is Marshall Nakota, badge number 010, and I am joined by
Director Brian Knight, call sign 495, San Andreas State Marshals.
2026. Apparently, I misspoke. Excuse me.
Skipper Jones, state ID 7475.
Okay. At this time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you free of charge by the state, if available. Do you understand these rights as I have just read them to you?
Yes.
And with these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to us at the current moment without counsel?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. How's it been in here?
Well, I don't fucking have, much of a choice. So, just enjoying my prison stay.
But you had a nice little therapy session last night.
Yeah, it was great. It's important to get therapy,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you need a lot of it.
What does that mean?
You know, had a traumatic few days.
Has it?
Skipper. Go ahead. Go to.
Skipper, we've got good news and we've got bad news.
All right.
Brian spoke to several officials from Washington, D.C. this morning. Brian, you want to tell them what they told you?
DC's not very happy for obvious reasons. You're lucky you're not getting the death penalty. As I said, matter's going to be in our hands. I'm going to save you the trouble of haggling here, because we have one offer and one offer only, because we've already spoken to Bjorn on the matter, and I think we're confident in this deal. And the only reason it is as reduced as it is because I believe y'all were coerced. You took out an innocent man. But that's how those people work. They feed you with lies, and you play right into their hands.
It's going to be hard to find good things to write about.
You know, the funny thing is, for as long as I've known Davis, if he knew what was going on, he would have ensured that anyone and anything standing against the state would have been decimated. More often than not, people had to hold him back because of how goddamn patriotic he was. Let alone fall into the hands of a bunch of investors or terrorists. That man was so crazy. It was his idea to strap that bomb onto Veronica Mars. Just to make sure the state of San Andreas was safe. Even though he never really strapped it on her. She just...
Shh.
Code it and present the deal to him.
being fired and stuff, you know. Feels like I'm losing everybody.
All right. I see it. So 1010 1.25.
Correct.
All right, I signed it.
Okay, we need you to say on recording that you agreed to the terms of the deal that you just signed.
I, Skipper Jones, have agreed to the deals, or to the plea deal that I just signed.
Okay. You're aware of what parole's going to be like, right?
Can you remind me?
That's going to be me living up your ass.
That you would like that.
No, but I'm sure you fantasized when I said it.
Why would you think that?
Really?
You're right. Walk into the prison there.
Got anything else you want to say to us?
No, just fuck the faceless. We done?
Brian, you got anything else?
No.
Okay. Minute of recording. 4:56 p.m. EST.
You killed a fucking war hero, Skipper. But I don't have a bone to pick with you. It's whoever the fuck lied to your face. I want you to know this. More likely than not, Sean Davis would have likely been the one that would have signed whatever needed to be signed to make sure we had the equipment needed to get rid of him once and for all. I genuinely believe that whoever's at the hands of the faceless, whoever these fucking investors are, probably going to replace him with one of their own.
Well, then we'll cross that bridge when that time comes.
Unfortunately, that time is now. Just like I told Bjorn. They put the decision-making in our hands. We didn't wake up to a bunch of nukes dropping over our head. Or a bunch of men in suits removing each and every head of the government in retaliation. I think a lot of the elements in Washington wanted this to happen. And they wanted you to pull the fucking trigger. I love laying this in because it's the only way I can, like, imagine. I don't know. It's a cool twist, no? It makes sense of it all. I like the dramatic walkout, yeah. Oh, man, dude, I got, like, a bit of a fucking headache coming in. Like, just a migraine. I got food on the way, so that might help, but I had it last night, like a sharp fucking migraine. And oh. I'm gonna think about some aspirin real quick.
I mean, that's fine. Our last one's Alfonso, and all I want to do is yell at him because he lied to us.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some aspirin.
Radio check. We're good with Skipper. I don't know if anyone communicated that over radio. Again, if they did, I apologize. And then we just need Alfonso, and we will be out of everyone's hair. Thank you so much.
Sab, you're up, boy. Thank you, man. Good luck to you. Hold your shot. Go.
Yeah, we're in the interrogation room already.
And there you
Mr. Sebastian.
Hello.
Please take a seat.
Nah.
Please, I insist.
No, I'm gonna do standing. Because I want to be on all 10.
All 10 for what?
For my plea deal.
Right.
All right,
we got
I'm
some
good.
other things that we need to hash
Ah,
out.
Oh,
come on,
bro.
come on, dude.
Discuss.
What you talking about? I gave you everything you needed, no?
Mr. Sebastian, I'm putting the recording on. Hold on.
Slam that shit on the desk. Have a seat, Alfonso.
Okay. I'm choosing to sit, by the way. Let the record know.
Yeah, the record shows you're choosing to sit. Okay. It is February 5th, 2026. This is Marshal Nakota, badge number 010. Joining me is
Director Brian Knight. All signed 495. San Andreas State Marshals.
and we're also joined by
Alfonso Sebastian.
what's your state ID?
1455.
Okay. Mr. Sebastian, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. You cannot afford one. One will be provided to you free of charge by the state if available. Do you understand these rights as I've just read them to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And with these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with us without counsel right now of your own free will?
That is correct.
Okay. Mr. Sebastian, do I look like an idiot?
Yeah, because you're wearing sunglasses. Take those off. Let me see those pretty. Let me see those pretty eyes, Dakota. Take them off.
What is? These are medicinal, by the way.
Oh, I see a prescription. Okay, my apologies. No, I don't think you're an idiot. So, can you expand on your question? Because I'm trying to understand why
you like I'm an idiot.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not. Tell me what I lied about, please.
Mr. Sebastian, we were in this room with you when you admitted to illegally fishing. And you said to both of us, my name is Alfonso Sebastian. You're not going to find any contradictory evidence in my phone records based on what I've just given you information-wise. And you know
I heard
what
that shit. I did hear that. Did you just say oops?
Yeah, oops. Because you have to understand is forgetting things is not a fault of mine. It's a feature in my brain.
It's a feature.
Yes.
Forgetting things.
Yes.
You forget. You forget your car keys on the way out the door. You forget.
No, those are
your
those are routine behaviors I take that I don't think about. When I have to think is when there's an issue pops in.
So you're blaming an oopsie on the fact that you stood here and told us that you were in no communication with anybody on scene of this incident that you showed up to, when I have it in plain sight in your phone subpoena that you had a 6-minute phone call during the time the crime was committed.
I did not know that. I forgot. I apologize. So
you see this right here? You see those fucking? You see these subpoenas?
You're not gonna believe me.
Take a look at this document. And this one.
I see the stack
and this
of paper. Holy fuck. Okay, all right.
Read the words in red, Mr. Sebastian.
Yeah, no, I see that. You're not gonna believe me though. You're not gonna believe me.
You're right. We won't.
Because the conversation on the phone had nothing to do with it.
Holy fuck. Do you lie for fun?
He asked you a fucking question, Alfonso.
All right. Okay. What's your question?
I should have these set up before.
You lied to us the first time. You knew we were going to go through your phone records. Now
I forgot. I forgot to talk to him. You know, I've been recovering from my injuries. I've been shot. You know, I was not 100%. So things are coming back to me. You know what happens?
Okay. Do you remember the 6-minute phone call you had with a primary actor in a first-degree murder now?
Yeah, I do now. Actually.
Tell us what that phone call was like.
Do I have to? Isn't it like a bit you know,
Do we have to give you a plea deal?
listen, I'm guilty. Let me give them my charges. Let's start moving the paperwork along. You got me with my pants down to my ankles. It is what it is. You know, have a nice day. What do you want me to say? I was talking to him to get the location to get there to help him out.
If
Look-
that is the truth, then yes.
Well, there you go.
Brian, you got any more questions you want to ask this man?
I
You good, bro?
I'm trying to summarize everything I can think of in my head as to what it is that I want to say. But I wanted you to know, just as I told the others, Davis has nothing to do with the Faceless. That man,
If you say so.
that
If you say so.
man, that man was probably the one person, the one chip that I had.
No, don't.
The one chip, listen to me, the one chip that I had that if worse came to worse, I could have called in a favor.
Here we go again.
And if the tanks began to roll with the Faceless logos on the side, Sean Davis, more likely
don't
than
know that.
not, I worked side by side with him. Alfonso, I worked Secret Service for 3 years.
It's been years,
with that man.
Brian. A lot's changed.
It was a year ago. A year ago.
Yeah, people can change a lot in a year.
I'm going to tell you exactly what I told the others. Not a single bomb dropped overnight after his death. Not a single head of government. We would have been Venezuela all over again. Myself, Angel, Rhodes, the both mayors, we would have gotten swooped up at night.
What are you talking about?
I want you to ask yourself the question,
What the hell?
why
What the hell are you
were
saying right
there
now?
no bombs? Why did the U.S. not pick us up at night? Because
You ever
they
thought about
allowed
what?
it to happen, Alfonso. They wanted you to believe he was faceless. Why? Because he was in the way. It's obvious. And I, at some degree, don't blame you. The marshal's arrest and you, well, you have your ways to deal with them. And what better way to have you fall right into the palm of their hand than to convince you that he sold the faceless sanguine. Now, I'm not saying that a sale didn't take place. I'm just telling you that he's not the one that did it. And the truth of what occurred probably died the moment he was shot over on Chumash.
That man was compromised. And there's a justification behind the action, Brian. Things are about to get really messy around here. So just be ready.
If he was truly compromised, Alfonso, Sandy Shores wouldn't be the only desert. The entire city would be. The fact that you're alive here in prison, unscathed, is a testament to it.
Testament to what? They have not done something to us because we killed the president?
Exactly.
Well, maybe they're scared of us.
No.
Or maybe they don't get the power to fight us.
Bullshit. Alfonso, you know as much as I do.
Brian.
You know as much as I do that any time we've gone after them, whether it's our arrests or whatever it is that you do, put a fucking bullet in one of their heads. Damn, I mean, fuck, even knock on their fucking door over in Vinewood. You know what happens. What I'm telling you right now is that there is something more sinister at play. And I think people keep forgetting that the faceless aren't the only goddamn enemy. It's who they work for.
100%.
So let me postulate this.
Uh-huh.
Is it unreasonable that those very same investors that use the faceless didn't orchestrate all this? Line up the dominoes knowing which way they'd fall.
Who knows? Who else is more involved, honestly? But I can tell you for a fact he's compromised. He's not a good man.
Where's your evidence?
Wait, hold on one sec. I just want to clarify something for the record then. You had pre-existing knowledge of who the person was and what was happening?
After speaking to Bjorn and Skipper, I got to know more about Mr. Davis.
We just got done speaking to them.
Well, this was yesterday, not today.
I know.
So, for me, now I know what's going on. And I'm glad I was part of that. I'm glad that person is dead.
You can't kill your problems away. Alfonso, what makes you believe it? Give me one shred of...
Bjorn. I trust Bjorn. I trust Skipper. You know, I've known him for many years. They wouldn't just fabricate this lie to convince me to...
I'm not saying they fabricated it. I think you have me
It's not for me to explain to you, you know, as far as more of a reasons, as far as what's going on. I was more than just help. I was helping them out. Simple as that.
What I'm trying to say, Alfonso, is we've spoken to Bjorn. And
I'm sure he told you everything, right? So you have the story.
I know that whatever came his way, whatever made him believe these things to be true. What I'm saying is you need to question everything. Bjorn and Skipper should very much question where that information came and why it came your way.
So that you think everybody's being... I don't want to say the word led on, but their strings are being pulled in certain directions. Causes them to take a certain action that is very beneficial for these people. Is that what you're trying to say, Brian?
That's how they work.
Hmm.
In the police department, a year ago, came across a crate filled with ARs. What did they do? They ran inside, excited.
And blew up.
And they blew up. These people are intelligent. They're smart. They know if they wave the carrot in front of so many people, they're going to bite. Not thinking for a second whether or not it's poisoned. They're not telling you to bite the carrot. They just know you will.
Mm. So they know your appetite.
Exactly that.
I mean, I can also hit you with the same logic you're hitting me with right now, too, as well. Just think about what you're doing, too. Maybe your strings are being pulled.
I know they are. All of our strings are being pulled. But like I said, simple logic here, Alfonso. If the U.S. military and the government did not immediately retaliate, if the faceless did not immediately retaliate, That
think,
in and
though,
of
brother, think,
itself is evidence.
Think about it. What could POTOS stand for?
Say it again.
POTOS. What do you think it could stand for?
President of the O states?
Oh, sorry. POTUS.
What about it?
Just think. POTUS.
That he's not our president? Is that what you're saying?
There's always more to the story than what you think, Brian. Think.
I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. 3 years ago, the investors... Turn off the recording. 3 years ago, investors looked at this desolate state and they said, what the fuck are we going to do with this? It's on a fucking it's on sale. Post sanguine. They buy it up cheap. And I don't mean they physically buy the island. No, they buy the land, they buy the businesses. They ensure that every major facility is owned by them.
How is that possible? Is this some sort of where you place your assets up for loans to pay back?
Every single business was destroyed. The entire government was destroyed. So you need to seed it, just as you would a startup. From the police department at Mission Row PD to the hospital, to the various bosses that ensured that you did your work as they expected, in the way they expected. It created an environment that allowed a terrorist to become the leader of the state.
You're talking about young
Max. Now that's not to say...
Holy fuck.
That's not to say that he necessarily knew everything. He was just convinced. Could be something as simple as... Exactly. The whispers of, hey, you should run, to ensuring that he succeeded. That's how they operate. They don't need to tell you directly what to do. They just put you in the right circumstances, make sure the right people get in your ear. To what end? You saw how he took over the police department? All, once again, manufactured. They knew what would happen if he won. It would eventually turn to anarchy. A perfect opportunity for a new constitution and it to become very, very gray as to whether or not we were any longer a part of the United States. We were prior to that new constitution, but now, who the fuck knows? As for sanguine, at every step of the way, what happened shortly thereafter? Faceless start to encroach. What I'm trying to get here, Alfonso, is that I believe that all of this is a part of the plan.
So where does this lead us?
In 2 seconds, I'll be right back. You can keep going, though.
Where it leads us is simple. What's done is done. And now we just make sure we figure out who was actually pulling the strings.
Well, I don't have that answer for you, right? Like I told you, I'm just there to help out. And that's just being truthful. I'm not privy to all this bullshit that you're talking about as far as the strings and who's at the tippy top and who's trying to do this and pull that and tries to manipulate this person and whisper at that person's ear. If somebody needs my help and I trust them and we have that level of respect for each other, of course I'm gonna help them out.
I'm not saying what you did is right. You killed one of my best friends. But I also recognize that your decisions weren't necessarily in your control.
Oh, no, I was in full control, Brian. I chose to be part of that.
Choosing to shoot someone versus being given a reason.
I didn't shoot anybody, to be fair. I came after the fact.
I don't believe that Bjorn and Skipper knew how much damage they were about to do.
Ah, come on, Brian. I think you're being a little bit over dramatic about that part, but yeah.
I don't think it's over dramatic. I just recognize that not all of us are in full control of what happens every day. Why there's planes overhead every so often. Why people make the choices they do. Everything is the way it is because it gives us a sense of control when in reality, we're just another piece on the chessboard. And we're the ones refusing to be moved.
Then we should make our own United States. That's how you solve it, Brian.
All right. Okay. Nakota's going to be back with you with a plea deal. It'll be 3-3 with time served.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So it's about another year beyond that.
All right.
Just
awesome. So I'll be out. What? After Friday of next year.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, of next year. Yeah, I got you. All right. Awesome. What do I sign? Give me the pencil right now.
I'll go get him. Yeah, you got. We should make our. Yo, the last statement was the United.
We shouldn't go in manor. We shouldn't go in manor clothing now.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
God. Oh, hello.
Hey.
How you doing? You all right?
Hello.
I'm good. You shouldn't do what in manor clothing?
Hey. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Oh, gotcha. All right. He's ready. Oh, you got their stuff?
Yeah.
Hey, actually, Brian.
Just hang tight. Hang tight. We're sorry.
You hear me though? If there's any off, let me know. I'm talking to them. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you trying to do the math for their time?
No, I did it. They're good.
Okay. All right. Are your numbers good? It can take a minute.
Skip's is like twice as mine. Is that right?
I'm not sure, honestly. I feel like they would have.
It shouldn't be.
14,000.
Yeah, 14,000.
His is 14,000. Mine's 7,000.
I don't know. You probably just got lucky, considering the fact he made this like.
Give me a second.
I don't know. This whole thing's weird to me, bro. Like I wish I could see the raid shit as well, like what he wanted to raid May for. Like,
I don't think yours is right. Okay, give me a second.
it's obviously
He's the same person that's going for the raids.
I'd assume so, considering the fact he made.
I think you ran it twice, maybe.
We'll be serving out the rest of your sentence here.
Awesome, possum. Thank you.
One of them, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
So when you do the time, it keeps adding it. So I think Skipper may have gotten it twice because he's got 14,000, and I think 5 days, if I'm not mistaken, 5 times what is it? 24 times 60 is 7,200. So I think
we only agreed for Bjorn to get that reduction.
Oh! Did we? I don't remember. I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
I've got like a fucking insane migraine.
You're fine.
I didn't realize that happened.
All right.
Hold on.
What?
I know. I'm gonna
say it on recording that you.
I'm gonna tell him afterwards. I think Nakota is
okay.
not realizing that his is double.
So Nakota, can you explain? Okay, once the recording starts, just can you explain the plea deal as far as the time served?
Yes. Okay, this is Marshal Nakota again on February 5th, 2026, 5:30 p.m. EST. I am joined by... That's where you say your name, Alfonso.
Alfonso Sebastian.
Okay, we're continuing our recording that we cut off a little while ago. Mr. Sebastian, please go ahead and make your statement.
I wish to plead guilty to this plea agreement provided by the marshals and the DOJ.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to end the recording. 5:30 p.m. EST. Okay.
So it says right here, 5 years with 2 days time served, or 2 years time served, whatever you want to call it. So
Correct.
how much in total am I serving after you change the paperwork? You alter the time.
It'll be 3 years starting from now.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So I'll be out 3 years from like a Monday, you know?
Sounds about right.
Okay, all right.
Hold on one sec. 1455.
Should be signed. Now, I do have a question. Let's say, you know, tomorrow the Faceless is flying over. Somehow they shoot a missile. That missile hits a wall. It destroys the wall. It leaves a massive hole in a wall of the penitentiary. You know, I decide to just take a gander and walk outside. All of a sudden, it's considered prison break. Do I lose my plea agreement? How does that work?
It entirely is based on good faith. If someone came and blew a rocket through the side of the wall, and you decided to walk out and did not hand yourself into the law enforcement, you would be hit. So,
I see. Okay, all right. Good to know. Thank you. Brian, I do have a question for you, though. Did you catch the person that bombed Polito?
we're about to go catch him right after this, unless he's asleep.
Nah. Just some might say he might be really close to you, but he's not.
Well, unless you borrowed Lang's phone.
Huh?
This is where you're gonna start playing stupid again?
No.
Brother.
You're talking to the two cops that actually read.
No, I know that. But like, what are you guys trying to like imply here?
I'm just
That's not
fucking around.
implication.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we ain't got shit.
Uh-huh.
No, we don't.
Shit. Anyways, okay, paperwork signed. Am I good to go?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, you're all good. I'll forward all this along to the DOJ.
Thank you.
Did they sign their two things?
Yeah. They're all signed. All three of the agreements are signed.
I got you. And it's on the docket?
No, I'm gonna post it right. I'm literally gonna go in the parking lot and do all that.
Oh, easy. All right. Help you out.
Thank you.
So I think Skipper should get the same. I thought that was the impression, unless you feel otherwise.
Let me out.
Do you want him to get the same as Bjorn?
Yeah. Because Bjorn was willing to, I think we do it for both. But even if that wasn't the case, Skipper's got double right now. He's got 14,000, which is like 10 years, no time off.
Yeah, I'll give him the 2 years time off.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Like they're
okay, yeah, I will handle all that, and then
Okay.
I'll put all this on the docket without the evidence and stuff.
Easy. All right. All right. I am going to clear my mind, and I'll see you out there soon. See how
Yeah.
military shit's going. I don't know if you invest in Bitcoin, but it's down to 63K right now.
Sounds
Brian,
like
can
I'm
you
about
call
to
for
be
DOC,
reinvested
close
in
this
it.
door for me? Actually, do you close this door or no? I'm not sure.
We still need Dakota in here.
Dakota, we need you.
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay. I don't know if it's supposed to be locked or not, but I just need to be locked.
Yeah, BTC dropped low. I feel like now's a good buying time. But then again, I'm also going to wait till it drops even lower to get.
I got 14,422. Where's my 2 days, boy?
Did we agree on time served for you?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yesterday.
Hold on. Why are you guys so afraid of me?
What you talk about, Wigman?
Whoa. Not right now, please.
I'm not trying to start drama. You just my time or not?
Stop rushing me, okay? I know that you don't understand the intricacies of what this takes, but I don't just fucking snap my fingers, so don't fuck anything up.
Yeah, why would I give a fuck about the job of a cop?
Clearly you don't.
Yeah,
On
no
multiple
shit.
levels, we know.
Fuck the cops.
Yeah, we know, we get it.
Oh, I wear a badge. I protect and serve. My fucking ass.
You literally admitted to it on recording, and then just signed a plea agreement, also admitting guilt to it. Look at me like that.
All right. I'm back. I need this drink so bad. I think I'm just like been slightly dehydrated today or something. I don't know why I have a splitting headache.
I don't think I fixed it. I think I fucked it up even more.
Holy shit, I got 25,940.
Okay. You know what? Listen, you're doing 8 years of time served. Everyone heard.
Or what if Satoshi?
Oh, hi, Ryan.
How you doing?
You're doing 8 years starting right now.
I mean, I don't think Satoshi's a person. I think Satoshi is a series of individuals